What's going on, everybody? My name is Rico. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my channel is about vlogs, series and tutorials. And in this episode we're going to do something completely new. I'm going to do a comprehensive review of the camera of this phone, the Xiaomi Mi 9T Pro. Let's go! Right, so before we start, let me explain to you guys what this phone packs as in cameras. It's got a 48 megapixel f1.75 wide lens. It's got an 8 megapixel telephoto lens, which got a f2.4, and then it's got a 30 megapixel ultra wide lens, and the autofocus is based on laser and face detection, and it works like a charm. I'll show you guys later. So before we start, I'm going to set everything up on this tripod over here. Then I'm going to take photos with the stock camera, and then afterwards I'm going to take photos with the Google camera. Then we're going to compare them to see how they look. So let's start. Right, so the first photo that we're going to take is with the regular camera. I'm going to take a picture with the ultra wide lens. So that would be the 30 megapixel camera. I'm going to focus in the middle, and then I'm going to take the picture. So I've just taken a picture. Now I'm going to use the regular camera, so which is the 48 megapixel camera. And then I'm going to take a picture using the telephoto lens, which is the 8 megapixel camera. So here we go. Focus in the middle. Take a picture. And that's it. So I've taken 3 pictures with the ultra wide, with the normal, and with the zoom lens. I've put the AI off and I've put the HDR off. And now I'm going to activate just the AI. So I'm going to activate the AI. And now I'm going to take the same 3 photos again. I'm going to focus in the middle. So I'm going to take the first picture with the ultra wide one. I'm going to take a second picture using the regular one, and then I'm going to take a third picture with the zoom one, and let's go. And the reason why I decided to use this setting is because it's a very bright day, so we've got a lot of bright light from the sun and we've got some shadows, so that's what makes it difficult to shoot in a forest, but that really helps to determine what the dynamic range of this camera is. So that's the whole reason why I came here, to make sure that I could do the review of this camera over here. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to deactivate the AI, I'm going to activate the HDR, and I'm going to take the same 3 photos as I did before, and then I'm going to show you guys the results. So I'm going to turn the AI off, going to activate the HDR. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the wide lens, focus in the middle, take a picture, and then take the regular lens, focus in the middle again, take a picture. Then I'm going to use the zoom lens, focus in the middle, take a picture. Now I've taken 3 pictures using the HDR mode. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the final 3 images with this phone by activating the AI and the HDR at the same time. So I'm going to activate the AI, I'm going to use the wide lens, I'm going to take a picture, I'm going to use the regular lens, I'm going to take another picture. HDR takes a little while to process and stuff like that, so you have to wait a few seconds. Now we're going to use the zoom lens, focus in the middle, take a picture. Now we gotta wait again. So now what we've done is we've taken 9 photos using the same 3 lenses but with different settings. So in the first 3 pictures that we took, we turned the AI off and the HDR off. In the second set we turned the AI on, and on the third set we turned the HDR on. And in the fourth set, so we've taken 12 pictures, I've turned the AI and the HDR on both at the same time. Now this phone has another option, which is the night mode, which is the portrait mode. I'm going to show you guys the portrait mode somewhere else, but for now we're going to turn on the night mode. Even though it's broad daylight, I just wanted to make sure that you guys see how that looks with the stock camera app. So let's go to the night mode, let's select it, there we go. Let's focus in the middle, and it'll tell you to make sure to keep your phone still when taking the image. It's processed fairly quickly, so that's pretty fine. You don't have to wait a long time before you can take a picture again. So now what I've done is I've used the stock camera app with the stock settings. There's another option, which is the Pro option, so let me show you guys how that works. If you go to the Pro option, you can change all kinds of settings. So you can change the white balance, you can change the aperture, you can change the shutter speed, the ISO. So this is an image that I've taken during the middle of the night using a 32-second shutter speed and an ISO of 3200. So that looks absolutely amazing. So I can highly recommend you this setting. And as you can see, everything is way too bright right now, so all I got to do is change the ISO. Going to change it to 100. Going to change the shutter speed as well to about 1/160th of a second. So that looks great. Let me take a picture. There we go. We can always edit that one out. It's fairly dark, but I'll show you guys how to brighten it up right now. And here's the image after I've edited it, so it looks pretty cool. Right, so I've started up the Gcam, the Google camera, which is basically made for the Google Pixel. We all know that Google Pixels are basically the best camera phones that you can get, even though the UIs are getting better as well. And the iPhone is absolutely amazing. Same goes for the Samsung. But if someone knows how to really treat an image in a technical kind of way, it's Google with their Pixel app. So I've downloaded the Google Cam on this phone. I'll show you guys how that works in a different video, but for now I already installed it. I'm going to take a picture of the same setting using the Google Camera app, so let's start with that. So we're going to start with the wide angle lens. I'm going to focus in the middle again. I'm going to take a picture. Same goes for the tele lens, so I'm going to take a picture with that as well. It's taken a little while to process, and now I'm switching to the main camera. I'm going to take a picture with that as well. So first I'm going to focus in the middle and then hit the shutter button. And now we've taken 3 pictures. And the great thing about Google Camera is that it allows you to capture raw images. And raw images are files or photos that basically have a lot of information in them. They are not processed. If you have a JPEG, either your phone or your camera has already processed them inside and then pumps them out as a JPEG, so the image is a little bit more sharp, saturated, stuff like that. But if you have a raw file, you can really push its limits and its dynamic range in, let's say, Darktable, the program that I make videos for and about and stuff like that, tutorials. So here's one of the photos I've just taken in raw, and I'm going to edit it in 3, 2, 1. And here's the edited version in Darktable. Absolutely amazing if you ask me. So let's go back to the phone and take some more pictures. So the 3 pictures that I've just taken had the HDR on. I'm now going to take the same pictures with the HDR off. So I'm going to switch it off. I'm going to the wide angle lens. I'm going to focus in the middle. I'm going to take a picture. And now I'm going to the tele lens. Focus in the middle. Take another picture. Now I'm going back to the main lens. Focus in the middle. Take a picture. So I've taken 3 more pictures with the HDR off. So the previous pictures had the HDR on. And I want to take a photo with the night vision as well, or the night lens or night mode or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to focus in the middle, take a picture. It says don't move. Now it's taking the image. And let me show you guys the results. And those were the photos in daylight. I've also made photos in nighttime. I'm going to show you guys those right now. I'm going to use a voiceover because I shot them last night. I shot a couple of videos last night as well. So let's go to the studio. So here are some of the night shots that I've taken with the phone. The first picture that you're looking at is a picture that I've taken with the 48 megapixel camera. Considering the ambient lighting that there is, I think it did a fairly good job. Let me show you guys a 200% crop. So now I've zoomed in on the picture, and as you can see, the image still looks pretty good, pretty amazing, especially considering the price level of this phone. Then we're going to move on to the wide angle lens. As you can see, the field of view is a lot wider than it was on the previous picture. And now here's a 200% crop again. And it's still very crisp, it's very detailed, and you can still see everything. The next picture that I've taken is with the normal lens. I think it's very crisp indeed. And here's the 200% crop. It's nice and detailed, you can still see everything without it being too blurry. Now we're going to the zoom lens, and as you can see, it starts to look a little bit mushy, a little bit grainy. And if we go to the 200% crop, it doesn't look as bad. There's a lot of detail actually, so I'm quite surprised with how that zoom lens is performing. So after I took the normal pictures, I decided to use the HDR option. So here's the first photo that I've taken with the wide angle lens in HDR mode. It's a lot brighter than the previous picture. And here's a 200% crop, and it's a little bit soft, but you can always enhance it afterwards while editing it. And after the wide lens, we're going to the normal lens. So this is a picture that I've taken with the normal lens. On the left corner you see a little bit of haze. I have no idea where this haze came from. And here's a picture that I've taken with the normal lens in HDR. You see a little bit of haze on the left side. I don't know why that is. That might be because cars were passing by, but I'm not quite sure. I've only noticed it when I came back home to make this video. And here's a 200% crop, and as you can see the haze is gone on the left side. The photo is a little bit less detailed than the previous pictures, but you can still see everything and it's still a great holiday picture. And then I went on to the zoom image, and the zoom image looks great as well. And if I zoom in even more with 200%, you can start to notice a little bit of noise in the white of the boat, but it's not too bad. I think this looks pretty good, especially considering the circumstances in which these photos were taken. So after the normal and HDR mode, I decided to take photos in the AI mode as well. So we're starting with the wide angle lens again. You see that the haze is now gone on the left bottom, so that's good. If you move in with 200%, I think the camera software did an excellent job in the AI mode. And the AI mode tends to saturate the pictures more than the normal mode. So after the wide, we went to the normal. So here's a picture that I've taken with the normal lens. And here's the 200% crop. It's a little bit dark in the shadows, but the sun was setting as well, so it's becoming harder and harder to take this picture. And then after that one, I went on with the zoom one. And the zoom looks pretty awesome if you ask me, especially when you crop it. You can still see a lot of details. I'm quite surprised. But like I said before, this camera has a night option as well. So here's how that looks. This is a photo taken with the wide angle lens in nighttime. And here's the 200% crop. And it's a little bit mushy on the left side. You see that the boat starts to become a little bit mushy and everything else as well. But it's still fairly decent. And I like how the shadows are nice and bright and the highlights stay intact. So that looks pretty awesome if you ask me. And then after I've taken these images, I didn't take them with the Google camera. So these are just the images that have been taken with the camera of the phone. And after this I decided to move someplace else and take a couple of selfie pictures. So the first one is me outside at the beach with the front facing camera in normal mode. And then here's a 200% crop. It doesn't look very good, it's very mushy, it's very grainy, there's not a lot of detail in it. So let's see how the HDR mode is. And here's the HDR mode. That looks a little bit better, but it's still a bit soft. Don't mind the haze on the bottom, it's because I use a case and the case just covers a little bit of the lens, I think. So this haze won't turn up in your pictures if you don't use the case. And then here's a 200% crop. And like I said, it's a bit mushy, it's a bit grainy. But what I do like is you can definitely see the details in the sky. And you can see the details in the darker parts of the image. So that looks pretty awesome. And then another picture that I've taken is a normal picture again. So here's the 200% crop again. And now let's move on to the next one. And then this image was taken using the AI mode of the camera. Like I said, don't mind the haze on the bottom, but the sky is all blown out. My face is nice and bright, the jacket is nice and bright, but I don't really like how this looks. You can use it maybe to send someone a photo from where you are, but I would definitely not put this on your Instagram. And then the next image that I've taken is a normal image, so nothing spectacular, and it actually looks a bit better because the sky is nice and detailed. You see details in the shadows, so that looks great even on 200%. But as you can see, the face is very mushy, so there's not a lot of detail in it when using the normal mode in bad lighting. And then the final one that I've taken is an HDR. That looks a lot better. The jacket is nice and bright, the sky is nice and bright. You can see my face. Let's crop in. There's a lot more detail than in the previous picture, so that doesn't look too bad considering the circumstances this camera had to work with. And that's it. I hope you guys like it. This was a comprehensive review of the camera of the Xiaomi Mi 9T Pro. What I didn't address in this video is the video quality. I will make a separate video about that. So if there's anything you want me to address in the video review of this phone, let me know in the comment section down below and I'll make sure to address it in a video. And for this week, there's only one more thing left for me to say, which is make love to the like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Hit that bell button to be the first to be notified when I drop in a video. And until next time, doei!